dedication meant to you and the program this past weekend?
Yeah, Saturday I thought was an incredibly special day. I mean, um, to have Mr. Harrington, everything that he has done for our program. I mean, there are so many great memories throughout this program that link directly to Mr. Harrington and things that he has done for this program, and he's been involved in helping us, start the game when we started playing the Red Sox. It's been going on for 27 years, I think it is, and baseball night in Boston at Fenway Park, and he's been such a great supporter, both financially and otherwise, to our program. That to have his name on the Athletics Village down there, to have that dedication, to have him and his family out there, uh, was so incredibly special. On top of that, um, we had so many former players out, uh, and to see our former players, coming back out and supporting the program, and um, they were so excited. I mean, everybody's got fond memories of the Birdcage, but seeing the new ballpark, seeing where we're going with this program and what's going on, and the momentum, and those guys are talking about it and they're excited, and that's important to us in our program to make our former players proud, to make everybody that has been involved in our program, donors, fans, alumni, to make them all proud is incredibly important to us. And then just to have a really cool day for the university to be able to, I mean, anytime you open up a new facility, whether it's a dorm or an athletic field, shows progress in a university. I can't thank Father Leahy enough for helping us get here. He has, it's well documented that he's a great baseball fan, but um, he's really been behind this project from the beginning, and that's amazing. And Martin was out there, and then there were so many people involved in that, in the athletic department, from our marketing department, from alumni relations at the university level, people over there at Cadigan, people in Father Leahy's office. There were so many people that had to get behind everything that happened that day. The reception beforehand, the whole kids area that was going on. It was a fun, festive day. Got a little chilly there, but I know spring will come soon. But I just want to make sure that we thank the so many people that helped put that day on and made that such a special day for us, for the Harrington family, and also to see the Bueller family. The Bueller family has been a huge supporter of our program as well, and we're instrumental in getting that phase one of that stadium done as well. So, from all of us within our program to everybody who helped put that on, to everybody who showed up, members of the Board of Trustees that showed up, we just want to say thank you.
The Eagles were on a 3-game win streak coming into the weekend, but lost all 3 games to Wake Forest. What does the team have to get back on the winning track, especially in ACC play?
Yeah, the first thing we have to do is get these bats going. I mean, those boys from Wake threw the ball great. Roberts was unbelievable. That kid got drafted last year, turned down some money, and came back, and he's shown he can do it in the bullpen. He's shown he can do it in the starting role. The kid was unbelievable on Friday night. McSweeney was great on Saturday, and Palooza took us a while for us to get to him on Sunday. So, the funny thing, I said it to the Heights after the game. This is a team that has shown it's an offense that can get going and score some runs, and it's a pitching staff that can keep anybody at bay. The problem is we've just tended to not do those two things together in a lot of weekends. So that you got to put that on me to figure out what we're going to do to get these boys back going again, because this is a postseason team, and now we got to fight and scrap and do what we can to get back in the postseason. Get back in that ACC tournament and give ourselves a chance to win a trophy.
Chris Galland is on pace to shatter BC's single-season stolen base record. Talk about the threats he poses not only on the base path but at the plate, and what you have seen from him in his young career.
Yeah, he's pretty explosive, isn't he? Honestly, there's been some great base stealers in this league, but one of the guys that he reminds me of when he's on the bases is Trey Turner when Trey was at NC State, and I remember playing against Trey and looking out there, and he'd be on first base, and we'd all know he's running, and we just knew there was nothing we could do about it. And somebody's going to throw Chris out at some point, obviously, but it's a pretty fun, exciting feeling when he's at the plate. You just know something exciting is going to happen, and once he gets on the bases, everybody knows he's going at some point, and it's fun. It's a fun, exciting thing to do to have in your lineup. But at the same time, you also have, I think Dante's got 14 bags right now. Mock's got 14 or 15 bags, and Cunningham's got a couple, and I think at one point we're a third in the country in stolen bases. I think we might be first, but I got to double check that number right now. But it's something that we want to have as part of our lineup, and having Chris in there. I'm sorry, it's something that we want to have as part of our offense, and having Chris in there, is a huge addition to that.
On Saturday, Boston College will host Florida State in the 7th annual ALS game at Fenway Park. Talk about the game, what it means to play at Fenway Park, and what Pete Frady's means to this program.
Yeah, talking about what Pete means to our program we don't have enough time, and there's probably not enough words. So, Pete is I've said it multiple times, he's our inspiration, our motivation for who we want to be, the type of person we want to be, the type of player on the field, the type of person in the clubhouse, the type of leader. He exemplifies, as a university, who we want to be as men and women for others. It's hard to really talk about how much he means to us. And as far as playing at Fenway Park, Sam Kennedy has been such a great friend to our program, but more importantly to the freight train. He was a huge supporter from really the moment Pete got sick, and has been he's been amazing, and being able to play back at Fenway on ESPN. Boog Sciambi's coming in to do the game on ESPN again, so when you have that type of a guy doing the game who's also a BC grad, and he has been amazing in the fight against ALS. There's so many really amazing things come together. So, playing for Pete, playing at Fenway, playing against Florida State. Florida State, they started having ALS games 5 or 6 years even before Pete was sick. They had the father of a former player diagnosed with ALS. So they've been at the forefront of this fight against ALS. And then you combine that you have Coach Martin coming in, who's on the brink of becoming the all-time winningest coach, and we have so much respect for him. So it's going to be an amazing day. We're excited to see a lot of our former players and fans, and we had a good crowd last year, even in a cold day, and I think we're excited to see what's going to be a pretty large crowd out there this weekend.
Preview the matchup against the Seminoles. What can we expect to see from Florida State this weekend?
Florida State, you're going to see, one thing about any team that's ever been coached by Coach Martin is they're not going to beat themselves. They're going to be well coached. They're going to be fundamental. They're going to be talented. They're one of the better lineups in our league. They're going to pitch it. They lost a Friday night starter earlier in the year, and they kind of slid their guys up, and they've been throwing it great since. So it's going to be a really good quality ball club. They're going to be well coached. It's going to be another tough ACC weekend. The thing that we're focusing on, we've talked about it early a couple times, is we got to get back to doing the things that we know that we can do well. We got to get back to running the bases better. We got to get back to playing better fundamental baseball. We got to get back to throwing strike one, and when we do those things, we're pretty good. We just got to do it more consistently.